Well, welcome, ladies
Like
and
you did.
gentlemen, to Three Fools and what?
Holy shit. Joe's not doing the intro and
I was
Wayman
about to,
butchers it off
I
the
was,
rip.
Well,
I was about
I
to say,
was,
you didn't say who was doing the intro today.
I was going with the intro, then you just kind of glitched me because Brad said
All
something. I'm
right,
like,
and in
what?
this corner we have the brain cell, completely off by itself. No one knows where the fuck it's at.
Oh,
See if we can say this. Welcome to Three Fools, One Brain Cell. I do have the brain cell at the moment. That's why I can say the intro.
I mean, I could have said the intro, but you derailed me.
Whatever.
Welcome back, you fuckers.
This is the show where we talk about sports, mainly NFL, at least during the NFL season. But you know, half of us know what we're talking about, and the other one doesn't. I am the other one that doesn't. I read stats. That's all I do. I listen to games and forget everything.
You give yourself a
So just
whole like. You said half, so like it's like
It would
half.
be a third.
oh, I count as two, and still fail.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I don't think that the math up.
Uh,
Fuck.
all right, you can take the show now, Weymouth. You can host again.
No, it's all yours today. You're hosting
that-
now.
Nope, I passed it off. I'm
Oh
done
well, it's a
now.
good thing we're going to your segment of last week's games.
All right. So, the last half of, let me make sure I say this right. The half end of week 15 and the start of week 16 is what we are going through this week, but last week would be 14 and 15. It takes me a minute. Give me a moment here, because I'm going to tell you right now, I was not set up. I was all on the wrong shit.
Why does
And
that not surprise me?
it's up.
We're talking about week 14, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, it would help if somebody made this Google Doc 3 weeks ago.
That's alright. I had a whole bunch more. I had a whole bunch more stuff planned out, and I was telling Mike earlier while we are waiting for you. I procrastinated so much that I didn't get any of it done.
What changed?
All right, so we gotta go over Sunday night games, correct? Yes.
Sunday games, yeah.
All
Sunday,
right.
Monday, Thursday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we
So-
did have for once. some
Wait, was
fucking decent
there
games.
actually a game yesterday?
I think there wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Oh yeah, there was.
Yeah,
I was just being a smartass.
wait.
Wait, no,
Today's Saturday,
today
right?
today's
that was a
Saturday.
Thursday game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no game yesterday.
Yeah, we're off to a great start over here. All right.
Hey, it's not too late to run it back.
Yeah, it's too late. I already hit record.
Alright.
I ain't stopping.
That we roll with our stupidity. All right. To start off the week 14 Sunday game. First Sunday game was the Texans versus the Jets. The Jets won 30 to
Can't
6.
believe that.
Um
That blew my mind. Cause I'm pretty
Zach
sure
Wilson- Go ahead, sorry.
I'm pretty sure it was 0-0 all the way up through the first half.
Yes, the first half there was not a single score. The first score was by the Jets. In the third quarter by Randall Cobb for 15-yard pass from Zach Wilson. Yes.
What
What?
game is this?
This is the Texans
This
and
is
the
the-
Jets.
Yeah.
It ended
Ah.
6-30 somehow with the Jets winning.
Jesus, up until the third quarter, that's insane.
And Russell Wilson just threw an interception.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
In their own
Um,
territory. Oh no, they were in the Oh no, he fumbled it. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. Big boy picked it up. All right. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. We're talking about the Jets.
All right.
Was
Zach Wilson for the Jets led the game in passing yards with 27 out of 36 completed for 301 yards and 2 touchdowns. For rushing yards, Devin Singletary. God, I hope I said that right.
I don't know. All I heard was a
Singletary.
burp.
Led rushing for with the Texans for 13 carries, 65 yards, and 1 touchdown. And for receiving, the Jets also took that. And for nine, Garrett Wilson for nine received passes for 108 yards.
Yeah, this game stunned me. Like I couldn't, like I didn't even pay any attention to the game, other than the fact that I knew like the first half there was no score. So I was like, oh wow, that's a surprise. And then I'm like, well, it's probably going to be a real low scoring game. And then after all the 1 o'clock games ended, I went back and looked and went, how the hell did that happen? 30 fucking points. How do you let the Jets score 30 points on you? That's. Did the Texans even get a touchdown? Or was it 2 field goals they ended up getting?
Yeah, I gotta look this over. Give me a second.
it was
It's 2 field goals.
Wow.
no, they got 1 TD.
Nope, it was a TD. They missed the field goal.
Man, kickers suck. now.
Devin Singletary got the TD.
A 1 yard run.
Texans have got to step it up this week. 'Cause that I don't. Even, are they still in the running for the playoffs or are they out?
The Tehans,
Yeah,
they're never in the running.
I mean,
They're never in the running. You should still look that up. You don't know.
They run parallel.
standings.
They never run perpendicular, you know, they never intersect.
The Jaguars are leading their division. The Colts are 8-6.
All right, let's see.
So
Who's all in the running? All right. So far, the only one who has clinched a playoff spot would be the Niners. Is this all? Yeah, that
Well,
would be the Niners.
we're
In
talking
the
about
hunt,
the
we
AFC.
have. Well, I'm just going. Well, there's no one in the AFC yet. But for the AFC, in the hunt, we have the Ravens at number 1, Dolphins at number 2, Chiefs at number 3, Jags at number 4, Browns at number 5, Bengals at number 6, and Colts at number 7. On the bubble. All right, everybody else but the Patriots.
Hell yeah, dude.
Everybody else but the Patriots.
Sorry, I couldn't find a better way.
Even the Panthers have a chance at this rate.
So then I'm like, wow, everybody else has a chance still.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, I don't even know what. Honestly, I don't even know what on the bubble means.
On the bubble
truly
means
don't.
they're on the outside, like with the
Like,
potential to get
looking
in. Like
Okay, so all these people do have the potential, or all these teams have the potential to get in. Okay.
yeah, that's what on the bubble means.
And then while we're here, we might as well do the NFC real quick. 49ers are the only clinched spots so far. Number 1. Number 2 is the Cowboys. Number 3 is the Lions. Number 4 is the Bucks. Number 5 is the Eagles.
That's
number
hilarious.
6 is the Vikings, and number 7 is the Packers. On the bubble, it's everybody but the Panthers.
That's just kind of funny. Wait, how the heck do the Cardinals have a chance?
I don't know. Don't.
Their
unless you
record's
give me a
3-10.
place to Look that up. I don't know.
No, there's something wrong there. They don't have a chance.
Hey, this is all right. This stat right here is all from the NFL.com, so take it up with them.
I
Alright.
will. I mean, their record is the same as the Patriots, 3-10. So how do they have a chance? That doesn't make no sense. But okay,
Maybe
Illusion of chance.
maybe their whole division is just doing shit. I don't know who's all in there.
the
in
49ers,
division
the
and how
Rams,
it
and the
looks.
Seahawks.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. It don't
Yeah,
make sense.
shit.
You figure it out. You let me know.
I'm telling you, it's the illusion of chance.
Well, I guess we can get back into the games.
All right. We'll continue with the Sunday night games for December 10th. We have the Rams versus the Ravens. The Ravens took the win in OT.
Yeah, the punt return. I think what it was.
Lamar Jackson led in passing yards with 24 out of 43 completed passes for 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. For rushing, Kieran Williams from the Rams led with 25 carries and 114 yards. For receiving, the Rams also led the game. Wait, hold on. Yo, don't listen to your boy on that last part on either of those segments. Holy shit, I'm an idiot.
Russell Wilson almost threw an interception.
Oh wait, no, he's the one that led his team for that, but total yards, I'm definitely think I'm wrong. Yeah. Total yards for the Ravens was 449. The Rams was 410. Passing yards, the Ravens took at 310 versus the Rams 282. Rushing yards, the Ravens had 139 versus the Rams 128. And the Ravens had an average yardage of 6.3 versus the Rams at 5.6.
The game was better than I thought it was going to be.
I
I
guess
kinda
what I
just-
said was earlier.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Who got laid out?
Guy on the Lions.
Wow.
Oh yeah, power play canceled out, baby.
Anyone else got anything to add for that?
Other than it was a better game than I thought it would be. The punt return was pretty cool. It ended the game. I think in the overtime, I'm pretty sure the Rams started off with the ball. So they failed at putting the game away. Nothing? Nobody else wants to
I
talk about
didn't
anything?
watch the game. I ain't got none else on that.
Sorry, I'm watching the
I told you I was
Bruins.
missing so many games on Sunday.
Well,
I guess that's all we got for that.
yeah. The next game's no better. The Panthers and the Saints, if that's what you're talking about.
Unfortunately, there won't be much except for stats, but the Saints versus the Panthers. The Saints had take the game 28-6. Zero score in the first quarter. Then the Saints got a little bit of traction in the second quarter, putting up 2 touchdowns versus the Panthers 1 field goal. In the third quarter, the Panthers, with a surprise, got another field goal, and the Saints got nothing. But the Saints came back in the fourth quarter, put another 2 touchdowns up there to end the game.
I mean, the game went how I expected, basically.
Oh yeah, but there's just not much to say. We know the Panthers really ain't gonna do much for the rest of the season.
No.
I'm telling you, man, they got it. They got a score limit. Coach told them, can't score more than this. Oh. Let's fucking go, boys. Sorry, Bruins just beat the shit out of the Rangers.
Oh.
And the Rangers in.
Cool.
5 minutes in the penalty box, baby.
Man, this
Throw
guy's just
them
already
middies.
ready to go with the hockey segment. So game leaders for passing yards: Bryce Young from the Panthers, surprisingly, 13 completed out 36 for 137 yards. For rushing yards, also the Panthers, Chuba Hubbard, 23 carries for 87 yards. And wow, I'm really surprised the Panthers
That's fine.
had one from the Panthers. Adam Thielen. Sorry if I slurred that name. Five
Smiling.
receives for 74 yards. Um, Total yards. The Panthers led the game for total yards at 303 versus the Saints 207. The Saints led in passing yards 110 to 99. The Panthers led in rushing yards 204 to 97. And yards per game, the Saints averaged 4.0 versus the Panthers at 3.8. Honestly, I just say we're just looking at the stats.
Yeah.
You would think that the Panthers won, or at least gave a good game. You know what I mean? Like a really good game.
I mean, apparently
Yeah,
they
on
gave a good
paper,
game
it
up
looks
until
fucking
Like they
great.
gave like they gave a game, but they couldn't. Oh,
They
never
couldn't
mind.
get in the end zone, man.
No, nah. Dude, it's the Panthers. They didn't want to get in the end zone. Dude, they
Like I
could have
said,
freaking.
hey,
See,
they're only allowed 3 field goals per game, okay? And they only got 2. Some fucking underachievers right there. They gotta secure that #1 draft pick.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you could play that good, and the Saints ain't no pushovers.
I
To
mean,
be honest, they're not the great, but they're still not no pushovers. But if you could put up that much stats against them, why weren't you doing this earlier in the season?
because they didn't want to.
You don't throw a whole damn season away. Come on.
I
It's the Panthers. I wouldn't put anything past the Panthers.
mean, they
All right.
did make it all the way to a Super Bowl, and their quarterback not jump on a ball that was fumbled. So,
Yeah, that
there's
was back when they were half decent.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was against the Broncos.
Yep.
Gave frickin' Peyton Manning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I didn't watch this game. The only game at 1 o'clock game I watched was the Ravens and Rams game. So I don't know what exactly happened in a lot of these games. Is it me, or is there a lot of overtime games this season?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no more than usual.
I don't know. It seems like every week there's at least 1 or 2 overtime games,
I
where it
think it's
used to
just
be
because we're keeping up with it.
maybe because I don't remember like almost every week there being overtime games, but
I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
You know what? I will.
All right.
Record
Mo-
for overtime games in a single season. The current record for most overtime games is 25, which happened way back in 2002.
I can't believe you used the terms way back for 2002.
I'm just reading. I was literally word for word from vintageisthenewOld.com. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There were also 23 in the 2003 season.
So how many have been
Way
this
back,
season?
way back in the aughts. 20-3. It was an average of 1.47 ties per week.
I don't want overtime rules. I just want to know how many games were in
Yeah, what's the average overtime games
average.
in a season? I think now see now I'm typing.
No.
There's an average of 13 and a half games per season.
That are in overtime.
Yep.
Eh, about an overtime a week sounds about right.
Yeah.
The 2020. No, I want the 2023 season.
Wait, I thought this was the 2024 season.
No, it's 2023.
Hey, it is 2023. Guys, I'm a year in the
Surprise.
future. I'm in the future talking to you guys in the past. All right. Well, while he's looking that up, I'm gonna keep it going just so we don't have so much quiet time. Sound good? Sound
Sure.
good. All right. The Bengals won against the Colts, 34-14. The Colts' only points were in the second quarter with 2 touchdowns. The Bengals managed to put at least 6 points up each quarter. The game leaders for passing yards was from the Bengals, Jake Browning, sorry, with 18 for 24, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. For the rushing, also the Bengals, Joe Mixon, 21 carries, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. And then for receiving yards, the Colts took with Michael Pittman Jr. at 8 received passes at 95 yards.
Very nice.
Total yards the Bengals took with 385 yards versus the Colts 272. The Bengals took the passing yards at 274 against the Colts 226. Rushing yards, the Bengals had a stronger running game than the Colts with 111 yards versus the Colts 46. Average yards per play for the Bengals was 6.8 versus the Colts at 4.5. Okay, since they're all so quiet, I'll add a little bit more detail to this one. The Bengals got their first touchdown at 6 minutes and 31 seconds. In the first quarter, the second quarter, the Bengals got a touchdown at 10 minutes 18 seconds. The Colts responded at 156 with a touchdown of their own, and then at 139 with an interception return.
Wow.
Third quarter, the Bengals at 11:38 got a touchdown as well as another touchdown at 2:59, and then in the fourth quarter, the Bengals got a field goal at 11:14, and the Bengals got another field goal at 1:55. I just read an entire freaking sheet for you.
God bless you, child.
Anything anyone wants to add to that?
Looks like they
No.
pulled it off for Big Steve.
I'm still trying to figure out how many overtime games have been played this season.
It's still on it.
So of course I'm still on it. I want to know.
On.
Am I continuing then?
Yeah, keep going.
All right. Now we got the Buccaneers versus the Falcons, 29 to 25 for the Bucks. It was pretty much a shootout throughout the entire game, except for the third quarter where the Bucks managed to put up a score and the Falcons did not. to be honest, that could have been the deciding factor right then and there. Um, Game leaders for passing was the Falcons. Desmond Ryder, 26 out of 40 completions for 347 yards, one touchdown, and one interception. For rushing yards, was led by the Bucks with Rashid White. Right, I said it right. Yeah, we'll say I
Probably.
said that right.
Rashad.
Rashad, thank you. Rashad, I didn't say it right. With 25 carries for 102 yards. And then for receiving, it was Drake London from the Ravens with 10 received passes at 172 yards.
It's Darake Ludon.
Okay, now you're just fucking being funny. Man, I'm sorry. If someone's name is pronounced like that and it's spelled like Drake London, there's an issue.
I just want to add though, Baker Mayfield sounds like a funk musician from the 70s.
The Bucks led the game with the first score at 9:27 with a field goal. The Falcons answered back at a minute 23 with a field goal. Second quarter touchdown by the Bucks at 14:57, followed by a touchdown from the Ravens at 12:09, and then Bucks got a safety at 2:36. Starting off the third quarter and ending the third quarter, the Bucks got a touchdown at 4:06. Fourth quarter touchdown by the Falcons at 11:10, followed by a field goal from the Bucks, followed by another touchdown. Oh, whoa! I stopped laying times. Field goal at 6:10.
Okay, there's been 11 overtime games this season.
Holy shit! He finally got there.
Yeah, I had to go through every game and count every overtime game. There's been 11.
Falcons got a touchdown at 3:23, and then the Bucks got a touchdown with 31 seconds remaining to take the game. Right? Because I do think they were behind at that point. Yes. Team stats, total yards. The Falcons took it with 434 versus the Buccaneers 209. Passing yards, Falcons took 338 to the Bucks 142. Rushing yards, the Bucks took with 148 versus the Falcons 96. Yards per play, the Falcons had a 6.3 versus the Bucks at a 4.3.
Shit, fire and save matches, boys. I also want to point out number 14 for the Bucks. His name Kokieft. Kieft. Kokieft. Sounds like a Star Wars character.
Okay.
Maybe his parents were fans. You know what? I'm going to take my daughter. I'm going to get her name legally changed to Leia now just because of that.
Yoda. Name your kid
Dude,
Yoda.
I would never harm my child like that and name her Leia. All right. Anything else?
Oh, you already talked about the Colts and Bengals game?
Yeah, where the hell were you at?
Apparently counting overtime games.
He wasn't even. This is his show, by the way, okay? He is the one that set this up, and this man didn't listen to a single thing that was said.
No, I was busy. I was doing something. It was very important.
Let them fight, you fucking prunes. There they go. Oh, come on.
All right, so yeah. Oh, the Lions. No, that's not the next game you're talking about, is it?
No, the next game will be the Browns and the Jags.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Now I gotta make sure I'm going. Yes, the Browns and the Jags. All right. The Browns won against the Jags, 31-27. It was pretty much a shootout game. Like, literally, score-wise, they were neck and neck. The only reason Jacksonville didn't follow up is pretty much they didn't get a score the first quarter, and they allowed the Brown. Oh wait, Yeah. They didn't get a score the first quarter. Second, third quarter, they both put up 7. Fourth quarter, Jacksonville was only able to put up 13 versus the Cleveland Browns on their 10. I'm sorry if I confused anyone. I realize I said some things out of order. I forgot to say that Browns put up 7 in the first quarter.
No, you said that.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
How are we gonna handle the boarding for that, dude?
Game leaders.
It was me.
Joe Flacco led for passing with 26 completed out of 45 for 311 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. But don't worry, Trevor. I will give you the shout out for throwing 3 interceptions that game. Um, Rushing yards.
I'm surprised he was in the
Jerome
game.
Ford.
I thought he was going to be out this week or that week.
Jerome Ford. Go ahead.
I was just agreeing. I thought he was gonna be out as well.
Jerome Ford, 12 carries for 51 yards, leading the rushing yards. Receiving yards was led by, which was not too far off, um, Evan Engram from the Jaguars with 11 received for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. And they also in receiving, I am going to throw this one out there just because the yardage was actually pretty close and they had the same amount of touchdowns. From the Browns, David Njoku received 6 for 91 yards with 2 touchdowns.
I'm glad you're the one that has to pronounce these names.
Balake.
First quarter, actually, first quarter there was a touchdown at 11:39, and no other scores for the first quarter. Second quarter, Browns came into the game at 13:40 with another touchdown. The Jaguars answered back at 6:14 with a touchdown. Third quarter, the Browns at 9:39 got a touchdown, followed by the Jaguars at 4:59 with a touchdown of their own. Um, start of the fourth quarter, the Browns at 12:34 got a touchdown, followed by the Jaguars getting a touchdown at 8:52. Browns answered that back with a field goal at 3:18 or 3:10, and the Jaguars end the game with a touchdown at 1:33 and unable to secure the game. Totals team stats, total yards. The Browns led total yards at 389 versus the Jaguars 293. The Browns led passing yards with 307 versus the Jaguars 235. Browns also took rushing yards with 82 versus the Jaguars 58. Average yards per play 5.3 for the Browns and 4.0 for the Jaguars.
Sounds like a pretty good
Poor
game.
Jags.
It sounded like it was a good game, to be honest.
But Browns need to keep winning.
Yes, they do. I do like games that are close games where I like shootouts versus blowouts. I prefer to be entertained when I watch.
Blowouts are completely boring.
They're so freaking boring.
Unless,
it don't matter. Like
unless
I
it's
could
your
be watching
team
the
blowing somebody out. But even then, it's still kind of boring.
Nope, I can watch the Packers. I can watch the Cowboys. As soon as they start blowing out the other team, I walk away until someone says, "Hey, yo, they're throwing the game." Then I'll tune back in.
Yeah.
Other than that, if it's already they're winning, I'm done. I'm not entertained.
Yeah.
But that's just how I am, though.
Gotta keep watching the game though.
For science.
For that moment that it does turn, and you could be could be there from the moment that it turns, you know. Like, how many people would have shut off the TV for that Patriots versus Falcons game? Completely missed the blowout. Completely missed the comeback on that one. And it really didn't turn into a good game until the end of near the fourth quarter, where you thought it was gonna. But yeah, anyway, I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, there's nothing more other than I want the Browns to win out the season. So they're 8-5. They don't. No, they don't have a chance. I don't think to win the division. Maybe they do. They'd have to win the season now, wouldn't they? Yeah, because there's this week, next week.
Who we talking about? We talking about the Browns?
The Browns.
Yeah,
Uh,
they would have to win out, and the Ravens would have to lose out. I think.
That ain't happening.
Probably not. The Ravens probably
Let's be realistic. Yeah,
no,
that Weymouth.
the Ravens are playing the
No, 'cause-
Jaguars and the 49ers.
because if the Ravens clinch the playoff spot or clinch a playoff spot, the Browns will still be in the hunt for the wild card and could take the
Yeah, I didn't say anything about them not being.
divisional game or the conference game, whatever. One of those terminologies, right?
Yeah. So they're playing. They got 4 games left. The Ravens are playing the Jaguars, the 49ers, the Dolphins, and then the Steelers with to be determined on a time. And the Browns. Who do they have left?
Play Browns. Who do they have left?
They have the Bears, the Texans, the Jets, and the Bengals.
Wait, what? They just played. They just played the Bears.
It
The
says they're
Bears.
it says they're playing the Bears tomorrow.
Yee.
They have not played the Bears at all this season. You fucker.
Oh, I'm thinking the freaking Lions Bears. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I was like, they just played them this week. What are you talking about?
So they could,
Oh, you know.
if the Browns win out the season, they could potentially take the AFC North. That'd be cool.
I do have high hopes for them. I do.
But the Bengals are hot on their heels, so they can't lose one game the rest of the season.
And the Bengals needed to lose another.
Well, then they'll be in the playoffs. But I was just talking about them taking the division and winning the AFC North. Between the Ravens and the Browns.
I got you.
All right, we can go to the next game.
Next game is the Bears versus the Lions, and I was sad to call this one right.
Oh, the Bears
But
winning.
the Bears won. Yeah, 28-13. You actually chose the Lions. I was actually very
I
surprised.
did. 'Cause I thought they would win, and they didn't.
The Bears just play the Lions too often. The Lions are too used to losing to the Bears. I hate to say it. I hate the Bears, but I just had to feel that's how it was gonna go. The Bears won 28-13. With for game leaders, the Bears leading passing yards with Justin Fields at 29 completed out 33 for 223 yards and 1 touchdown. Rushing yards, the Lions took with Jameer Gibbs 11 carries, 65 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then for receiving yards, uh, the the Bears took with DJ Moore with 6 received, 68 yards, and 1 touchdown. First quarter, the Bears got the first touchdown at 10:17, followed by at the end of the quarter at a minute 22 with a field goal. Second quarter, at 6:59, touchdown for the Lions, followed by another touchdown at 0:26 for the Lions. And that was the only quarter the Lions scored.
That's terrible.
And they missed the kickoff, or I mean the field goal.
I was gonna say, how do you miss a kickoff?
Missed the field goal.
Did he just whip the ball?
No, I was looking at the word freaking kick as I was trying to say that. Third quarter, the Bears decided to play again at 8:39, getting a field goal, followed by at 1:36 with a touchdown. And in the fourth quarter, the Bears got touchdown at 14:12, followed by a field goal at 9.
So is this like a slow game?
That's what it looks like.
Lions just scored in their game on this one.
Nice. The Browns took total yardage at 336 versus the Lions 267. Passing yards is the Browns as well, or the Bears, as well at 194 versus 127. Rushing yards was actually close, but the Bears took it with 142 versus the Lions 140. Yards per play, 5.1 for the Bears and 4.2 for the Lions.
I mean, it sounds like a decent game to watch, but it just sounds like it started off really slow. Not much happened, from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see the Bears win. Especially after the prior week of losing to the Vikings the way they did. I think it was the Vikings.
See, when it comes to,
I think the Lions just got the ball back.
In that game?
Yeah.
Shit, keep it going.
No.
You said the Lions got the ball back, right? I heard that.
No, never mind.
Son of a bitch, you suck.
Wilson got the ball out. It looked like he fumbled it for a minute when I looked up, but he didn't. He threw it.
All right.
How's that division doing?
Which one?
Lions and the Bears. I want to look at it.
Oh, the NFC North.
Lions and the Bears. NFC North. Doesn't look like there's much stopping the Lions from being able to win that division. They got their game tonight. They play the Vikings next week. Yeah, the Cowboys might hurt them a little. Oh, that's dumb.
I wouldn't count the Vikings out.
Why would you? I really hate the way the NFL schedules things. So they have a January 7th game against the Vikings, unless this is playoffs, but I don't think it is.
It shouldn't be. Playoffs shouldn't even be drafted yet. There's only one team in there so far.
Right. So
For sure.
Anyway, after this week they play the Vikings, then they play the Cowboys, and then they play the fucking Vikings again. Who put together that schedule?
I don't know.
That is so dumb.
And that's not the only team. You'll see a couple other teams like that too. If you look at the schedule, like they played each other like the last 3 weeks twice.
That's so dumb. They can't like spread those out better.
Like that.
I know, but you can't like.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Just wait until you boys get into hockey.
Like, why couldn't they? I don't know. Take any one of these games in between divisional games and just put it somewhere else, other than having play your division rival, then play another team, and then your same division rival. I'd be all right if even if they took like the Vikings and Bears, and like that Vikings and Bears game that we're talking about. Put that like down in the January game and bring the Vikings game like way up here or something. At least there would have been like, well, actually no, that wouldn't work either.
I
Yeah,
think
I was
anyway
gonna say
you
you
look
could
at it,
probably
there's gonna be
shuffle the.
teams that have to do that.
Huh?
Like there's gonna be instances where they're gonna be playing back to back.
I know,
Yeah,
but it's
because
so
you can
dumb.
reshuffle that so many different ways, but you're still gonna end up with somewheres in the season multiple teams that have like every like few games against each other within 3 weeks.
Probably, I guess.
All right, since we got a little off track, I'm gonna bring us back on track because
Yeah.
I barely made it through. I am no longer gonna be listening up the freaking scoring just because that. I mean, so much freaking time.
It's fun. The hell, this was supposed to be a game companion, dude. So
Okay, so keep going
I'm
with
in
it.
it for the long haul. I'm in it for the long haul, dude. I don't know
All
about
right,
Mike.
Mike, you the boss. You gotta tell us.
Tell us what.
Okay, he doesn't care. I already got my
Yeah.
answer. All right, we got the Niners.
There's no game going on right now. It's at a commercial.
We got the Niners and the Seahawks. 28-16 in favor of the Niners.
Oh, shit.
Wasn't too bad of a game. Game leaders, passing. Brock Purdy with 19 out of 27 completed for 368 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 49ers also took rushing yards with Christian McCaffrey at 16 carries and 145
McCaffrey.
yards. Oh, McCaffrey, thank you. And then receiving yards also by the Niners with Deebo Samuel, 7 received, 149 yards with 1 touchdown. Since I was told to keep going through the score summary, first quarter, the 49ers got a touchdown at 14:03. Jordan Mason with a 3-yard run.
Oh, that's what you were talking about?
Yes.
Oh, got it.
And now I'm extending it like I was planning to do last week. I'm just gonna do it now. Seahawks got a touchdown at 9:44. DK Metcalf a 31-yard pass from Drew Lock. Field goal at 5:56 from Jason Myers, 40-yard field goal. At 8:18, Deebo Samuel 54-yard pass from Brock Purdy for a touchdown. At 1:58, Deebo Samuel 1-yard run for a touchdown. And Seahawks got a touchdown at 24 seconds. Colby Parkinson,
24
25-yard
seconds?
pass. 24
Colby
seconds.
Parkinson's.
Jesus.
25-yard pass from Drew Lock. Failed the 2-point conversion. In the fourth quarter, touchdown at 14:08. George Kittle, 44-yard pass from Brock Purdy. Team stats. 49ers took total yards at 527 versus Seahawks 324. Passing yards 354 for the 49ers versus the Seahawks 254. Rushing yards 173 for the Niners, 70 for the Seahawks. Yards per play 5.9 for the Seahawks versus the 49ers at a whopping 9.9.
Gee.
All right, you guys talk about the at these restroom.
It's the restroom. Well,
At a time like this,
yeah. I don't have much to talk to on this game because, like I said, I didn't watch this one.
I didn't either.
So I'm not really sure
I'll just
exactly
keep
what
us
happened.
moving. That was the Seahawks game, right?
Yeah.
All right, next
We're
we have
on-
the Vikings Raiders game.
The lowest
Vikings.
scoring game of the season.
Yeah. Vikings took it 3-0 in Vegas. Surprise, surprise.
That's gotta hurt your heart a little bit.
Just a hair. Especially with the fucking passing yards that O'Connell had, dude. Like, that's just insane. But that interception sure as shit didn't help us either. He was 21 of 32 passes, had 171 passing yards. And then looks like the Vikings with Alexander Madison had 10 carries with 66 yards. Receiving yards, they're both tied with Hawkinson of the Vikings at 5 receptions and 53 yards, with Devontae Adams at 7 receptions and 53 yards.
Lions just scored another touchdown.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, keep going, keep going.
The Vikings got that field goal at 1:57.
That was
in the fourth.
Yeah, that was near the end of the game.
Yep, 36-yard field goal. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.
By Greg Joseph.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous, dude.
At least their next game we end up talking about they made up for it.
We'll get there.
Not only did they do that, they got
And we had the Broncos Chargers. Broncos took it 24-7 over the Chargers.
Fucking Chargers are trash.
Yep. Well, didn't they just fire their head coach too?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into with the whole next game with the Raiders.
Russell Wilson, of course, he led passing yards 224, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Then we had Javonte Williams. I wanted to say Javonte Adams for some reason.
I get that.
17 carries, 66 yards with 1 touchdown. And then you had Cortland Sutton at 3 receptions, 62 yards, and 1 touchdown. But in receiving yards, Johnson led with 91 yards, 3 receptions. I didn't catch that game, but it looks like the Broncos just whipped it out and slapped them with it. Gave them a good old mushroom stamp right across their logo.
Well, if you don't want to, I'll talk about this game because this game warms my heart.
Go for it.
The Bills over the Chiefs. They 20-17. It was no, it wasn't an overtime game, but the Bills come out on the first quarter, score a touchdown. Kansas City didn't score nothing. Then in the second quarter, it was 7-7 for a touchdown, which made the score 14-7. And then they scored another 3 points in the third quarter. And Kansas City scored another touchdown. They're up to 14. And so it would have been 17-14. So then next quarter they score another field goal.
Is this the crybaby game?
This is the crybaby game.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to talk about it. They field goal, 20-17 ended up being the final. Josh Allen went for 23 for 42, 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes went for 25 for 23, 271 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. James Cook, 10 carries for 56 yards. Edwards Helaire, I don't think I pronounced that right. 11 carries, 39 yards. James Cook, 5 carries. No, receptions. 83 yards, 1 touchdown. Travis Kelce, 6 receptions. Would have been 7, but with 83 yards. Would have been more than that, too. And let's see, where am I now? The Bills were, for total yardage, 327 yards. Kansas City was 400. Oh my freaking god, 346 yards. Passing yards was 209 for the Bills, 264 for Kansas City. Rushing yards was 118 for the Bills, 82 for Kansas City. They averaged 4 yards per play. Kansas City averaged 5.6 yards per play. And if you watch this game, this is the game that dude lined up offsides, and Patrick Mahomes cried like a little baby afterwards because
Like a little bitch.
he was blaming everybody except for their failure on lining up. It was the ref's fault, apparently, for not
You hear
telling
that,
that guy.
You're a little fucking bitch.
If you did you watch the video I put in the chat of that?
I think I did. I was
It
at
was
work.
it went for, so he threw it to Travis Kelce. Then Travis Kelce lateraled it to Tone. I think his name's Tony. I can't remember, but lateraled it to him, and then he went in, scored a touchdown. Well, there was a flag on the field, which null and void all of it, and I want to say it was second down at that time. So they had the guy that scored the touchdown lined up off sides, and the coach, so Andy Reid whined about it. Let's see. Patrick Mahomes whined about it. Apparently the referee is supposed to tell him to back up, but if you watch the video, he looks over at the referee real quick, but not very long, and then looks back. So the referee had no time to even tell him he was offsides to get onsides. So are you just supposed to? So you can just line up wherever you want. Essentially, is what Patrick Mahomes wants. So so you should just line up in the end zone. Because he was way offsides.
I know you said we only got on the 2, but we're just gonna go ahead and push it right over the line there.
Yeah. It was great. Especially where people want to try to say like Patrick Mahomes is better than having Brady.
He's the GOAT! He's the GOAT!
Yeah, that.
No, he's a little bitch.
Because you still had 3 downs to score a touchdown. And he was having a little attitude all 3 downs. So he wasn't able to play well enough to score a touchdown. You literally could have just scored a touchdown on your next 3 plays, but you had a little attitude and lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you still had 3 shots at it, and you failed. So that's your fault. Bills deserved the win, and I'm glad they won.
Yep.
That's all I got to say on that. Fuck you, Kansas City.
That brings
I literally think that just covered everything that was important about that game.
That brings us to the Eagles Cowboys game.
And I am listening this shit off. I won't let you dare taint my Cowboys.
Cowboys
Black
tanked
Prescott.
themselves.
Eat a dick.
Cowboys beat the Eagles 33-13. I do believe I thought the Eagles were going to win. I'm actually going to look at that real quick.
Man, no faith in your own team, and you wanted to say that he was going to taint your team?
I actually had faith, but Venom said that it would be 38-20 with 2 picks.
Yeah.
I think someone's wrong there.
It was about close, but in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it was actually. Um. So, for passing
Beck,
yards, the
you fucked me,
game
Beck.
leaders.
You fucked me. God damn it, Lawrence. You need to
Jalen
tighten up, cocksucker.
Jalen Hurts for the Eagles with 18 completed for 27 at 197 yards. And Dake, oh, man, I don't know. I don't. Prescott,
Reading's hard.
with 24 completed out 39, 271 yards with 2 touchdowns. For rushing, Andrew Swift.
DeAndre.
DeAndre Swift.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God, and the thing is, you say him, I'm like, I know that name. But I look at it and I'm like, huh? I think there was some drool there too. I'm pretty sure there was some drool.
Andrew Solwafty.
For 11 carries, 39 yards for the Eagles, and for the Cowboys, Tony Pollard with 16 carries and 59 yards. For receiving, A.J. Brown from the Eagles with 9 receives at 94 yards, and Jake Ferguson at 5 received yards for 72. Or 5 receptions for 72 yards. Holy crap.
Russell's going to throw an interception right here. Nope,
CD
he's passing
Lamb,
it. Bastard.
13-yard pass to Prescott for a touchdown at 10 minutes. Brandon Aubrey, 6-yard field goal at 50 seconds for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are the only ones that scored the first quarter. Second quarter, Eagles came to start their scoring game with a field goal at 12:34 from Jake Elliott at 52 yards. Cowboys answered back at 6:14. Rico Dowdell,
Yes.
1-yard run. Eagles came back with a field goal at 1:48 from Jake Elliott at 44 yards.
He tripped.
Michael Gallup, 1-yard pass from Prescott at
Gallup.
20 seconds for a touchdown. Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Gallup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze.
For the Eagles, Carter with a 42-yard fumble return at 10:41 for a touchdown.
I'll be back.
All right. And then the Cowboys at 4:49 answered back with a field goal from Aubrey at 59 yards. Fourth quarter, only the Cowboys scored. First being a field goal at 9:40 for 45 yards from Aubrey, and then at 1:08 another field goal from Aubrey for 50 yards. Total yards, the Eagles had 324 versus the Cowboys 394. Passing yards, Eagles had 218. The Cowboys had 256. Rushing yards, 106 for the Eagles, and the Cowboys with 138. Yards per play, the Eagles led that with 6.2 to the Cowboys 5.3. My Cowboys are going to the playoffs at least this year.
There you
I'm
go.
okay. I'm okay with the Lions actually going to the Super Bowl.
They're not going either.
Over the
gonna
Cowboys.
be Ravens Niners, baby, all the way.
We'll let you continue your delusions and spreading them.
The next game we have is the Fudge Packers and the Giants. I bet Victoria was happy about that one. Giants took over 24-22. Let's see here. We got Tommy DeVito with his mob boss fucking agent standing there on the sidelines with him. He only had 158 yards with 1 TD.
Yeah, but he only had 4 incompletions.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
No. Jordan Love had the yards though. 218.
Jordan Love had the yards. He also had the interceptions for that game.
Yep. Let's see. Rushing yards, we had Saquon Barkley with 20 carries, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Receiving yards, Wandale Robinson had 6 receptions. At 79 yards. First quarter, Green Bay opened up with a 16-yard run in for at a minute and 1 second. Giants didn't answer back until Saquon Barkley had a 5-yard run in at 11:55. And then Carlson got that field goal for your Fudge Packers, 36-yard field goal. Then Barkley ran it in, third quarter, 11:22, at a 1-yard run.
And every time I see Barkley's name, I'm like, Charles Barkley.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot I was muted.
Then the Packers had a field goal at 7:31, 32 yards. It was Carlson.
Ooh.
Giants got another touchdown at a minute 28. It was Isaiah Hodgins, 8-yard pass from the mob boss himself, Tommy DeVito.
Oh, the Giants
fourth
beat
quarter.
the Packers. That's right. Okay.
The Fudge Packers Fudge Packers got a field goal, 48 yards, again by Carlson. Then they answered with a touchdown, 6-yard pass, with Malik Heath bringing it in. They failed the 2-point conversion. And then right at the end there, the Giants brought it in with a field goal. 37
No time
yards.
on the clock.
Yes, sir.
To be honest, if I had to pick a game of the week, this was the game of the week. This was
For
the
sure.
game. Like,
For
it was
sure.
a good game. Yeah, the Packers lost. Packer fans just got to suck it up, you know.
I don't know.
But it was a good game. That it was a game.
I don't know. That Ravens and Rams game was pretty good.
It was too. It was. But honestly, this one literally came down to the wire. This was the nail biter of the week.
But so did the Ravens and the Rams. It went into overtime.
That is true. But still, I still think this game was better.
Then we had Titans and Dolphins.
Yeah.
Looks like Mike put more money on the Dolphins.
I don't think I don't know
No,
what
he
I did.
He didn't. I told him that would be the game they won, and they still lost.
I can't remember.
The Titans won it by 1 point, 28-27. Will either that's Levi's or Levis. I can't tell. But he had the the passing yards of 307.
Oh, is this the game that Tyreek Hill got hurt in?
I think so.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert. I don't know. He had 21 carries and 96 yards with 2 touchdowns. And then
Monster.
Real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, why the hell you correct me? You're not correcting him.
I just did. I had to look at it or look for it for a minute to be able to correct him. I didn't.
Man, I was like, what the hell?
Then we had DeAndre Hopkins with 7 receptions, 124 yards. And
Hopkins
1
went
TD.
off on that game.
Yeah, he did. Opened up with a touchdown by Miami at 8:25 with a 5-yard interception return.
That was a defensive.
And this is another one of the games that you can consider was the best of the week too. Like literally, it was a good game. It was slow. It was slow, but it was a good game.
Yeah. Then we had in the third quarter, second quarter. They were the 1-yard run touchdown for the Titans. Then they had a field goal at the end of the clock, 28 yards, which brings us to the third quarter. 9:35, Jason Sanders got a 20-yard field goal, which was answered by the Titans, a 3-yard field goal. And then fourth quarter, Jason Sanders got a 31-yard field goal at 12:37. And then Mostart got a 3-yard run at 5:34. Then he got a 5-yard run at 4:34. Titans then answered back. DeAndre Hopkins got a 3-yard pass at 2:40, and then
With
Derrick Henry
hold on.
ran it in.
With Westbrook getting a 2-point conversion from Levis.
Yep.
Sorry, I just want to throw that in there since that was
No,
extra
you're
points.
good. You're good. And then Henry got a 3-yard run. And right after that, got a minute 49. Deal the deal.
Yep. Take that win with a single point.
Hey, that's all it takes, man.
It's yes.
Which then, go ahead.
Honestly, if they didn't get the 2-point conversion with Levis, it would have been an overtime game if they would have just went for the field goal.
Yeah, probably. Wait, is that what happened at the end?
Yep.
Yeah,
Why
they
would
won
you?
by a point because of the 2-point conversion at 2:40.
Okay, you deserve to lose that game. Why would you go for a 2-point conversion when you could tie the game and take it into overtime?
The Titans won that game because they went for the 2-point conversion.
Okay, gotcha. I thought it was.
I was like, what are you talking about? That was the right decision.
I thought, okay, yeah, you're correct. Okay, I thought it was flopped. And
Bitch, I know I'm correct.
Yeah, I thought it was flopped.
Which brings us to our next game. The game that we've all been dying to fucking talk about.
Just the complete
Chargers Raiders
obliteration of
game.
the Chargers.
Fucking huge ass fucking blowout that I cared nothing for.
The Raiders
Dominated.
pulled down the Chargers' pants and smacked them on the ass.
And got their
63
coach
to
fired in the
21.
process.
Yep.
Putting up 2 to 3 scores per inning.
Yep.
Or per inning. Oh my god, not inning, quarter. Holy shit, we are not baseball right now.
Somebody wants to talk about baseball.
That's when I add my daughter to this crap. She's the one that watches it.
So, the
If you went for
Raiders
the
put
under
up
on this,
21 in the
that was
first.
not very good decisions.
They put 21 in the first, 21 in the second, 14 in the third, and 7 in the fourth.
They had
I don't think
42
we need to go through
points.
every one of their scores.
They went.
No.
They scored 42 points in the first half, and Chargers just like, nah.
No, we'll
Then,
put up
It's
14
all
and
right. We'll
28
get
in
on
the
that
second
spot.
half.
you know what's funny? So, the Raiders put up 21 points in the first and second quarter, and that's the total of the amount of points that the Chargers scored all game.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they didn't even have to score again in the second half. They could have just done nothing and
yeah.
still won.
Passing yards, Stick put up 257 for the Chargers with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Zamir White had 17 carries, 69 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Joshua Palmer of the Chargers had 113 yards with 1 touchdown and 4 receptions. But
I think O'Connell deserves a shout out too for passing yards with 20 completed for 34 out of 34 at 248 yards with 4 touchdowns. To be honest, it ain't easy putting up those numbers.
not unless you're playing Madden.
even against a shitty team. Yeah, unless you're playing Madden.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the scoring summary with you guys because it's literally just all Raiders logo.
Raiders
Yeah,
just they put cheat
literally,
codes
we
in.
know that.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a complete and
I was
shooting fish in a barrel.
I was considering setting up my laptop and plugging it into my HDMI cable to watch it on Twitch. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, just because It just would have been boring as hell to watch.
Boring game. Don't get me
Literally,
wrong. I tip my hat to the Raiders. You know, good job of fucking destroying a team like that, but still.
they did, they did what the Dolphins did to the Broncos.
Yep.
This is in Raiders. Somebody I saw somewhere like Raiders franchise. This is the biggest blowout they've had.
Really?
Think so.
At least since the fucking golden years.
Yeah, something like that. It's been a while since they put up a bunch of points.
Let's see.
I don't know if we want to cover the Saturday night games. I think we want to add that to our next one, or do we want to add that to this one? 'Cause I'm going to
We'd
let you
add
know
it
right
to
now.
this
It's gonna throw me off with the Lions not even being done.
I mean, they're
And remembering
They're up 20.
Remembering I got
that guy
they're
just
up
did a front
20.
flip into the end zone. I mean, might as well. I mean, there are 2 games that are done.
That actually
Well,
is the franchise record.
Yeah.
At
Wow.
least there was a nice record set this season.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, at least for them. For
yeah.
them. Obviously, it's not a league record. Because I think we've seen much bigger blowouts than that.
Yeah, the Patriots have done it. I'm pretty sure. I think it was the Titans that
Oh,
did it too.
also, the Raiders were the first team since 1950 to have 8 different players score a touchdown in a game.
There.
Now that is a league record.
Yep.
If you had an anytime touchdown bet on all 8 of them guys, that would probably won you quite a bit of money.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Boston, come on.
All right. So this is being recorded on Saturday. It'll be probably uploaded after the Lions game. And I'm sorry we won't have that game on this episode. I'll try my best to remember for the next one. But earlier today, we had the Bengals and the Vikings going into overtime.
This was a good game.
It really wasn't a bad game. It had slow points, but for the most part, it was a defensive battle.
I thought the Vikings were going to end up taking because I think they. I literally just watched this and I can't remember. They scored. Huh?
So cool, you covered the stats for this game now too.
All right. That game ended 24-27. The Bengals won. Let's see. Teams passing yards. Mullen went for 28 for 33, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Joe Brown. Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Yeah. Joe Biden. Joe Browning went for 29 for 42,
Jake Browning.
320. What? Yeah. Motherfucker. Yeah. Went for 29 for 42, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. T.Y. Chandler got 23 carries, 132 yards. That's pretty good for. And then 1 touchdown. Wow. That guy had a pretty good game just to lose. That sucks. Joe Mixon got 10 carries for 47 yards and 1 touchdown. Anderson got 6 receptions, 111 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Edison?
Addison.
Yeah, I think so.
And 2 touchdowns. Chase got 4 receptions for 64 yards. Scoring summary. The Bengals started off with a field goal. 34-yard field goal. Then the Vikings at 2:23 23. 2 minutes 23 sec. Yeah, two. Oh my fucking god! 2 minutes 23 seconds left in the first quarter. T.Y. Chandler scored a 1 yard rushing yard touchdown to make the game 7-3. Third quarter, Jordan Addison went for 37 yard pass from Mullen to bring the score to 14-3. Then they got a field goal at 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter. It was not another score. It was 17-3. So this is when I pretty much figured the Vikings were going to end up winning.
Yep.
Then we went into the fourth quarter, and the score was with T. Higgins with a 13-yard pass from Browning to bring the score to 17-10. Then the Bengals got the ball again with 7 minutes and 46 seconds left. Mixon scored a 1 yard rush to bring the score to 17-17. Then Jordan Addison got a 1 yard pass to bring the score to 24-17. There again, I thought the game was over. And, well, the Bengals decided to say, fuck you, and I'm going down the field with 39 seconds left with T. Higgins getting a 21-yard pass to make the game 24-24. And then the overtime was a field goal to win the game. The team stats are 424 yards for the Vikings. For the Bengals, it was 378 yards. For passing yards, they got 281. The Bengals got 298. Rushing yards was 143 rushing yards to the Bengals 80. And 6.3 yards per play for the Vikings, and the Bengals were 5.5. Going off of that, it would look like the Vikings would have won the game. Other than the Bengals had like 17 more passing yards. Yeah, they had 17 more passing yards than the Vikings.
To be honest, it was definitely a battle with quarterbacks. Both of them did put up decent numbers.
Yeah, they put up decent numbers, but if I was just going to look at like that as an overall, not a score, I would have just assumed that the Vikings won and assumed that the game didn't go into overtime. But it did, went into overtime, and the Bengals decided they wanted to win. That was a pretty good game to watch.
They had to pull it off for Big Steve.
The next game pissed me off.
Colts versus the Steelers, 30-13 in the favor of the Colts.
Fucking Colts.
Game leaders of that game for passing were Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
Trubisky, sorry. With 16 out of 23 completed at 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew?
Yes.
Sorry if I slaughtered your name. 18 for 28 completed at 215 yards with 3 touchdowns. Rushing, we have Warren for 10 carries at 40. And Sermon with 17 carries for 88. For receiving, we got Johnson for the Steelers with 4 carries.
We got Johnson over here.
62 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Michael Pittman Jr. for the Colts with 4 received at 78 yards. The scoring pretty much went first quarter. Mitch Trubisky, 1 yard touchdown run. The extra point was no good at 112. for the Steelers. At second quarter, the Steelers put up some more another 7. At 14:07, Johnson 4-yard TD pass from Trubisky. Extra point was good this time. Colts decided that they wanted to start putting up points. At 11:21, Moss with a 16-yard touchdown pass from Minshew. The extra point was good. Then at 22 seconds, the Colts ended up in a scoring position again. Montgomery with a 14-yard touchdown pass from Minshew. Extra point was good. Third quarter, the Colts decided to continue, and at 13:16, Mo Ali Cox, 18-yard touchdown pass from Minshew. Then the Colts put up a field goal at 9:02 from Gay at 29 yards. Fourth quarter, Gay again at 9:17 put up a 31-yard field goal, and to end the game or for the last score of the game at 48 seconds, Gay put up another 42-yard field goal. Team stats. And this dude acts like a damn kid. Back in freaking middle school here.
That's why I'm
Total
entertaining.
yards. Total yards. The Steelers with 216 and the Colts at 372. Passing yards, the Steelers at 142 and the Colts at 202. Rushing yards, 74 for the Steelers with 170 for the Colts. Average yards, Steelers had 4.0 versus the Colts at 5.7. Honestly, it was the Steelers got comfortable and then they couldn't do nothing. That was the summary of the game.
They didn't
literally
do shit.
They started out. Hey, yeah, we put up 6 first quarter. All right, we got at least we
touchdown?
won't be down by too much. Coming to the second quarter, yeah, we keep it going, but we cannot score any. Wait, what? How am I reading that? Oh,
Wow.
yeah. You know what? I'm just done. You know what? They started out hot. And then they just choked on it.
I wouldn't say they started out hot. They kind of started out decent.
They started with control.
They choked.
They started with control. Is how I should have said it.
Then, like, in the second quarter, the Colts just scored 2 unanswered touchdowns, and then they
got
just
all hot and heavy
continued.
with a Colt, and then they ended up swallowing that horse cock.
They just did nothing at all in the second half. It's like they went into the locker room and just said, I don't want to play anymore. It's like, here you go.
They just bent over and took it like Mr. Hands.
Like, yeah, it's dumb.
And then right now we got the Broncos-Lions game. Lions are up 21-0, and it's halftime.
It's not going well for the Broncos.
Unfortunately.
Jared Goff.
Still a lot of game left to play.
Jared Goff is at the moment 19 out of 26 for completed at 215 yards with 3 touchdowns. Russell Wilson is 4 for 10 with only 69 yards at the moment. For rushing, Montgomery at 9 carries and 41 yards for the Lions. And this is all at halftime at the time of the recording.
Yeah.
And then Marvin Mims Jr., 1 carry, 11 yards for the Broncos. Jerry Jude for the Broncos, 1 received for 40 yards so far. And we got Brown at 5 received for 76 yards, 1 touchdown. At 12:31, Laporta with a 19-yard touchdown pass from Goff. Extra point was good. At 8:15 in the second quarter. All these scores are in the second quarter, by the way. Sorry. Gibbs with a 9-yard touchdown pass from Goff. Extra point is good. And with the last 19 seconds of the second quarter before the half, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes.
15-yard touchdown pass from Goff. Extra point is good. At the moment, at the time of the half, Lions are sitting at 279 total yards with the Broncos at 75. Passing
Lopsided.
yards, the Lions. Oh, dude. The Lions are sitting at passing yards 208 to the Broncos 50. Rushing yards, Lions 71 to the Broncos 25. And average yards is 7.2 for the Lions versus 3.1 for the Broncos. But this could be another game where, hey, we're up. We suck at the end. So,
I mean,
game ain't over. Lions definitely do not have it in the
oh,
bag
they
yet,
have.
but
Lions are also winning the time of possession at 18 minutes and 26 seconds to the Broncos 11 minutes and 34 seconds. I just saw it pop up on the screen, so
I was gonna say I didn't have that stat anywhere.
Yeah, it just popped up on the screen, so I figured I'd throw it out there.
And that is for week 14 and the start of week 15.
Yeah.
Well, before we go into like next week's games, is there any other sports related things that anybody wants to talk about?
Venom.
Oh, there's All right,
How'd your
boys.
Magic do?
We won't talk about that. Okay. It looked like we were going back on a nice little game there, but nope. All right, so let's see. Last time we talked about basketball was during the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Looks like the Lakers ended up winning that against the Pacers, 123 to 109. All that shit we were talking about, LeBron James.
Yeah, he decided to go off.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, he was listening to it in real time.
Exactly.
Real time, man. Shit, I just lost it.
Then yesterday he just sucked terribly.
Dude, this is gonna sound really weird, but I was scrolling through Reddit the other day and saw a picture, and it was of LeBron James's feet.
Ooh, okay.
And like he was on like vacation or some shit. Dude, his pinky toe is like up over, like perfectly in line with his other, like the toe next to it.
Oh, random.
And then his big toe is like halfway folded under his foot.
Oh, all right.
Like how do you play basketball with deformities like that, dude?
Obviously, by just playing.
That's
by being one of the best.
He ended up putting up 24 points that game. Anthony Davis, their center, put up 41.
So they.
But overall, pretty decent game.
Just an FYI, the Broncos' total yardage just went down.
Let's see. The Magic then just sucked a dick, a big fat wiener. Also haven't played except for the Celtics game. So since that last recording last week, we didn't play a single game, and we lost to the Celtics, 128 to 111 in the Garden.
Yeah, you did.
It is what it
I'm
is.
glad I didn't put my life savings on that.
But again, it was pretty close to my call. I think I called it 130 or 120 to 118.
Something like that. It just was like barely. The game was really close. Like anyway, like it's not like the Celtics ran away with it or anything.
No, I mean all the way through it was fucking close, and the Magic ended up really coming through in the fourth period, but it just wasn't enough. But in that week of not playing, we went from second in the Eastern Conference to the fourth, so we're back down. But again, the Bucks, 76ers, they both had multiple games to play.
Yeah.
Uh, that's about it on basketball for me.
The Lakers somehow lost to the Spurs. Wizards
Well,
beat the Pelicans. I think that's what it was. Somehow.
yeah, but it's the Pelicans.
I know.
It's the Pelicans, man. They weren't. I mean, the Pelicans haven't been good since they were the Hornets.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, somehow you have the Timberwolves leading the Western Conference, but I don't understand it. I really don't.
There's a lot of things about sports nowadays I don't understand.
Yeah. Like
Like-
the whole in-season tournament thing, that was a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah. I just needed to give
Yeah.
LeBron another title, that's all.
Yeah, he needed to add a trophy to his case.
There-
Getting back into the realm of football, we have all the bowl games that kicked off this week.
Oh, yeah, there was one.
today.
There was Georgia and can't remember.
Yeah, Georgia Southern and Ohio.
Yeah.
41-21 Ohio. We
Oh.
had the New Orleans Bowl.
Pretty sure the
Uh,
Georgia was the favorite to win, I think.
I think so too. The New Orleans Bowl, Jack State versus Louisiana. Not LSU, by the way. Lafayette. Just want to go ahead and clear that right now. The Raging Cajuns. They went into overtime, looks like. And Jack State pulled ahead by a field goal, 34-31. Then we had the Cure Bowl, which was App State in Miami, Ohio. App State won 13-9. We also had the New Mexico Bowl with New Mexico State and Fresno State. Fresno won 37-10. And right now, we're sitting at the beginning of the fourth quarter. UCLA and Boise State. UCLA is up 28-16. And then also we have the Independence Bowl with California and Texas Tech tied at 7, beginning of the first quarter. And shit, we got bowl games going for the rest of the pretty much until after the first of the year. So there's gonna be, for you college football fans out there, there's gonna be at least something to watch every weekend. I think I covered this last week. The my picks for the good bowl games.
I can't remember.
Pretty much the Orange Bowl. I watch it every year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Georgia,
remember now.
Florida State.
Yeah, we did that last week.
We do have UFC 296 going on right now.
People fighting.
People fighting out here. Fighting in the streets.
No, in an octagon.
Let's see, the prelim card.
Oh, Denver might score.
Wait, who scored?
Denver might
Denver
score.
might. Casey O'Neill
Nope.
lost to Arian Lipsky by submission, second round, minute 18. Bantamweight. Cody Garbrandt won by knockout against Brian Kelleher. Then we had the women's bantamweight, Irene Aldana, won by decision against Rosa. Light heavyweight, we
Whose
had
decision?
Alonzo, the judges. Alonzo Menafield won by decision against Dustin Jacoby. And then the main card
We're
is
talking about UFC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Denver
yeah,
just
yeah.
scored.
And just so I make sure I understand the pointing, because I understand by judge's rule decision.
Mm-hmm.
The points that they're taking in effect are takedowns and all that, and reversals and shit, right? Just like high school wrestling.
Yeah, it's strikes, like landed, takedowns, reversals. Uh, there's another one too. Nathan, you're
I
gonna
just
laugh.
wanted to. I just
forgot,
wanted
but
to make sure I was understanding the scoring. Gotcha.
yeah.
Thank you.
And for some, no problem. For some reason, I can't view the early prelim results right now. Um, but it's whatever. Tonight we have a hell of a main card event. Josh Emmett and Bryce Mitchell for the featherweight. For the lightweight, we have Tony Ferguson and Patty Pimblett. That's gonna be a fucking match right there, dude. That's gonna be one hell of a fight. Tony Ferguson's been training with David Goggins, that crazy ass ex-military dude that just runs ultra marathons and shit. That's it. Either that's gonna be the new way to go for training, or Tony Ferguson's just gonna realize that he's too old to keep fighting and retire after tonight. I think. For the welterweight, we have Shavkat Rakhmonov against Stephen Thompson. For the co-main event, we have Alexandre Pandoja against Brendan Royval. And then for the welterweight, we got Leon Edwards against Colby Covington, and that's going to be a hell of a fight too, I believe. I'm just trying to see if I can get these prelims to pull up. Whatever. We went over the results of Fight Night Song versus Gutierrez last week.
Before I'm gonna intervene for a second, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the tweets of today's game for the Lions and the Broncos, and this one guy's tweet, it's like, dude, are you just that big of a fanboy?
Why?
If it's anybody you can come back from down 21, I feel like it's this Lions team. Let's go. This Lions team right now is not an exact guaranteed comeback. Like,
Yeah.
come on. I read that. I was like, man, I just have to. I'm not gonna throw dude's name. I'm not gonna be that kind of asshole. But
Do it. You won't.
no, they could go on Twitter to find them. It's just like, man, if you watch, even for someone who like me that doesn't watch as regularly as he used to, I just seeing how the Lions are playing this year. They're not a team that could be slept on. All right, continue. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
You're good.
Well, meant to, but didn't.
Fuck you. How dare you? How dare you? Then the last thing really is hockey. Really, hockey's hockey. However,
How many fights?
so far in this game, I'm watching the Bruins Rangers game right now. They are in OT as of right now. Sorry, hold on. I'm pulling up the stats from the game so far.
All right, while you're doing that.
Here we
Holy shit!
go.
The Broncos got 6.
7.
The Rangers ended up winning in overtime, 2-1. However, the thing that really fucked us, is Pasternak got ejected very, very early on. With under 2 minutes to go in the middle frame, Pasternak squared up Lindgren, while the Rangers blue liner was retrieving a puck behind New York's net. Pasternak's elbow hit him right in the numbers with the Rangers skater, smashing his face into the glass, cutting his eyebrow. He was rushed off the ice. Um, Pasternak was then ejected from the game. The then he had it was a 5-minute major penalty, which then went over into can't remember if it was the second or third period. Regardless, it fucked us. But I mean that's just the way the game is. He'll probably be facing a suspension for this.
For fighting?
No. He boarded Lindgren pretty bad.
Oh.
When I was watching it though, like in real time, it honestly the call at first I was like, what the fuck? And then I watched the replay, I was like, oh shit. that was hateful.
I thought pro hockey was supposed to be a brutal game.
There was some rage behind that one, man.
A what game?
A brutal.
Say, Mike? Oh, brutal. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. I can back you on that one.
And then Trent Frederick is the one that got into the fight tonight, and he fucked that dude up from the Rangers. It was a very, very good fight. Andreas England is no, it wasn't England. I'm trying to remember. Fuck it, I don't remember. But it was a good fight. That's a good earned 5 minutes there in the penalty box. Where'd it go? But as of right now, Bruins are still leading in the Atlantic Division. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Right now, there's 3 live games, Stars and Blues. Blues are up by 1. Caps and Preds. Preds are up by 2. Sabres and Coyotes just got into the second period, and it's a no-score game. But that's about it for hockey. Nothing too crazy this week. Excuse me. I am seeing though that the Jets are it's speculated that the Jets are going to activate Aaron Rodgers next week.
They're not. They can't. Oh wait, next week?
Yep.
Not this week. Yeah.
The DeMonte Kazi apparently got ejected in that Colts game.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he fucked dude up.
Oh, okay, that's all I need to know.
The title is Steelers safety DeMonte Kazi ejected for brutal hit on Colts wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr.
So I guess that goes beyond unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
They hit him with a, let's see, he was ejected for a huge hit on Colts receiver Pittman Jr. in the second quarter. Pittman stayed down after a violent collision. They hit him with a 15-yard penalty. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
That was bad. That was real bad. 15-yard penalty and ejected him. And then Pittman was taken out of the game as well for a concussion before the end of the second quarter.
Then I think the same thing happened like on the very next play. Or very close to the same thing happening.
For you golf fans,
that was actually part of the reason why the Steelers' downfall happened, because that was the guy making like 90% of their plays on defense. and then he was ejected from the game, and the defense did nothing.
For you golf fans out there, Tiger Woods' daughter has been playing with him uh, in the first round of the PNC Championship, which I think is pretty cool. Um, I don't really see anything else crazy in the world of sports. Oh shit. A Premier League soccer match called off after a player suffers a heart attack.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. It was suspended on Saturday after a player collapsed on the pitch. Tom Lockyer collapsed to the ground in the 59th minute. That's fucking crazy. He suffered a heart attack on the pitch, but was responsive by the time he was taken off the stretcher. Well, that's good news. Hope you make a speedy recovery there, pal.
Right? All right, now for me to sound insensitive, but because there's a pause. What down is it?
What down is it?
Yep,
Third and gold. Denver's third.
Yeah.
3rd and goal. So at least a field goal. Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh wait, no. They
Well,
just
never mind.
they-
Touchdown.
yeah, touchdown. Yeah, they just scored a touchdown.
Well, that game's over.
As much as I was saying, a comeback is still possible. It's possible against any team.
Yeah.
It-
Don't
it
call
really,
it a
it
comeback.
does. It does depend. It does depend on what the Broncos do this next possession.
Yeah.
Literally, they fuck up this next possession. Yes, it's more favorable to even more favorable towards the Lions as long as the Lions don't throw it away like we have seen.
Did we go over our picks from last week?
Yeah.
We did not. I can go over that real quick.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Honestly, this was supposed to be first, and I kind of got a little off track. All right, so for the Texans Jets, someone's gonna have to say who won. I don't have that up right now.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds and I'll pull that up.
The Jets. That's literally the one that was 6-30.
I know. I'm saying for all the games.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
I don't have that up at the moment.
I got
Alright.
you.
All right, you got me. All right,
Yep.
this should go in order, hopefully. All right, so the Texans and Jets. Weymouth and Venom did choose the Texans. Obviously, they should have followed the Masters or Wrath.
You
as he
just
picked the Jets.
Went against us. That's the only reason you picked the Jets. There was no strategy
That's why
other
I'm the
than
master.
that.
That was my strategy. Go up to the view. I'll be right.
Sure.
I'm gonna get fired. Rams and the
I'm gonna
Ravens.
go ahead and need you to hand in your badge and gun.
Rams and Ravens. Weymouth and Venom chose the Ravens. I chose the Rams. Who won that game?
You should have listened to the master. The Ravens.
Okay. There, I'm putting my place. But Weymouth was only right because he followed you.
No.
Yeah, but I picked the Panthers for the next game, dude. So
I'm pretty
Saints,
sure.
Panthers.
I'm pretty sure
Saints won.
I went first on like most of the picks.
Yeah, because I was in the middle of shit.
Weymouth and I had the Saints, and Venom had the Panthers. Who won that game?
Saints.
Saints. Hey, I'm 2 for 1 right now. I think we all are.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Colts and Bengals. We all chose the Bengals.
Did it for Big Steve.
Bengals did win that game, right?
Yep.
Okay. I knew we talked about it. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember that one. Bucks and Falcons. Weymouth and Venom picked Falcons. I picked the Bucks. I was wrong on
Bucks
that.
won.
Oh, I was right. Jags and Browns. We all picked the Browns.
Yep. And the Browns won.
Lions and Bears. Weymouth did say the Lions. Venom and I did say the Bears.
Duh, Bears.
I definitely know that one. That one's been steaming in my head for a minute. Seahawk Niners. We all picked the Niners.
Niners won.
Vikings Raiders. Weymouth picked the Vikings. You and I picked the Raiders.
Vikings
Or
won.
Venom and I picked the Raiders.
Yep.
I believe that's the Browns Chargers, or is the Broncos Chargers?
Broncos Chargers.
Broncos
Broncos won.
Chargers. We all said the Chargers.
We were all wrong.
As we made fun of
Bills-
the Chargers earlier today.
But we do that every week. Bills and Chiefs, I believe. I have it abbreviated.
Yep.
Weymouth and I picked the Chiefs, and you picked the Bills.
And the Bills won it, baby.
Yeah.
Don't
Eagles,
sound so-
Cowboys.
Yep.
Weymouth and I picked the Cowboys. Venom
Cowgirls
picked
won
the
it.
Eagles with a specified 38-20 with 2 picks.
Hey, what can I say? Lawrence fucked me, man. Fuck you, Beck.
Packers, Giants. Weymouth and I had the Packers versus you, Venom, with the Giants.
And
In that game.
yes, sir. They did it for Victoria.
Oh God, the Titans Dolphins game. We all picked the Dolphins.
We all lost.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
let's be honest. We shouldn't have been. We shouldn't have been wrong. It shouldn't have been like that.
Hopkins just
Chargers-
decided he wanted to go off, and they
Yeah.
won.
And he did. Chargers, Raiders. Weymouth and I picked the Chargers. Venom picked the Raiders.
Looky there, boys. should've
You
followed
didn't
the
know
master.
that was gonna happen.
No, I had inside information.
He had the
Vikings,
script.
Bengals.
Yeah, dude.
Vikings, Bengals. Venom had the Vikings. Weymouth and I had the Bengals. Who won that game?
They did it for Big Steve. Bengals won it.
Steelers, Colts. Weymouth picked the Colts. Venom and I picked the Steelers.
Hey, real quick, going back to the Vikings.
Wait, I picked the
Bengals
Colts.
Yeah,
So
you-
that's
you-
why I had
Oh,
written
I'm a
it down.
dumbass. Why did I pick the Steelers to win this week on my bet then? That was
Hey,
dumb.
going back to the Vikings Bengals game, what was my pick?
Vikings.
Alrighty.
And I think that was just to spite us.
Yeah.
And then last
Oh.
we have the Broncos Lions, I believe.
I think we all but you picked the Broncos.
No, you picked the Broncos, Weymouth, and I picked the Lions.
I thought Weymouth picked the Broncos as well. Whatever.
I don't know. This is why we have the new system. So, in case there is an error, which is possible, it won't happen again. And I do believe that's it. Yep.
Why I oughta. Alright, so we're gonna go in the next week's picks? Holy.
Next week's picks. Are we saying our own picks, or am I saying what you guys' picks are?
I mean, we could just say our
It's your
picks.
segment, big dog.
All right, cool. I like that. All right. Starting week 15, Broncos and Lions, which is going on right now.
Oh. Whoops.
Well, I can see that happen. All right. Well, obviously I picked the Lions. We already know who I picked. Who did you guys pick?
I'm going Broncos.
Now we did do our picks before the show started.
I'm gonna
if
go
you
with
made it far.
I hit a misclick and I said I've had the Lions winning this game because I've got money on the Lions winning this game.
All right. So Weymouth and I for Lions, Venom for the Broncos. Giants Saints. I have the Saints.
I have the Saints.
And I guess Venom's got the Broncos or the Giants. It's like he forgot his voice all of a sudden. Is he even there?
I don't know.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna read these off for now. Bears, Browns. All three of us have the Browns picked to win. Falcons, Panthers, Weymouth, and I have the Falcons versus Venom with the Panthers.
What was that?
Oh, he did disconnect. He was gone.
Yeah, my internet took a shit. Sorry, boys.
All right. We are down to Buccaneers, Packers. I have the Packers.
That's the Bucks, baby.
Yeah, the Buccaneers are gonna win.
Jets, Dolphins. I have
Hey.
the Dolphins.
If
I have the
Aaron's
Dolphins.
coming back, I'm sticking with the Jets.
No, he's not coming in on this game. He can't because he's not activated, or he wasn't activated in time.
Oh, that's right.
He
And
would be
even
next
if he
week.
was, I would still go Dolphins.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers isn't enough to help the Jets out, even though they did score 30 points last week. But
I see Venom trying to figure out which pick is he going to be. He's
I'm
like,
going-
well, that's information I wasn't privy to before.
All right, I'm gonna say Jets, and they're gonna win by a field goal.
You going to type that in?
Yep.
I was going to do the same. All right, while he's typing that in, Chiefs, Patriots.
oh, I'm going Patriots, and I've
Yeah,
got a
I'm
final
going
score.
Chiefs.
I've got a final score for this.
Oh shit! Let's hear it.
This is gonna be 10-37. Patriots win. This is gonna be the return of the evil empire.
All right,
I don't think it's gonna be 10:37.
It's gonna be 10-37. I had a dream.
One of you typed the 6. I have forgotten all the numbers you threw.
How do I do that?
Just click
Oh,
on the
over
box
there.
and start
Got it.
typing. And then make sure you put he put Van at the end, just so we know whose prediction it is.
10-37. Patriots.
Just put Pats.
Oh man, I'm just gonna put something in on my own then. Shit, I'm at. All right, I'm going 14-28 Chiefs.
You're gonna steal my score.
Oh wait, I literally did. Oh my god. I did. Okay, actually no, because that is actually what literally came to my mind. I'm actually gonna keep it. I'll
But-
go reverse yours. That's
but
fine.
th-
Weymouth, the Empire Strikes Back. Yes, baby.
Wrath, the
What
way
did it
you
say
have
about the comments, the rumors of you, you and Robert Kraft parting ways. We're just staying focused, getting ready for this Chiefs game.
Yeah, this is we're on to Cincinnati all over again. But Wrath, you have yours wrong, by the way.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, you just fixed it. You had 14 to 28, which would have made the Chiefs score 14.
Yeah, that's all right. But how come you once again correct me, but you don't correct him?
What do I
His
gotta
score
correct?
was the exact same.
Yes.
Mine's right.
Yeah, but his is right
How's his right?
because he's saying the Patriots are gonna win 14 to 28.
No.
The Chiefs are gonna score 14 points and the Patriots are gonna score 28.
There you go.
So his is right.
Okay, you know what? I don't understand. Maybe it's because you guys know who's
Home and away.
I don't know.
Buddy,
Okay,
home
I
and
don't know
away.
who's home and away. I didn't
Away-
look. I just made a
away is
random
always-
freaking guess.
Away is always on the left.
I mean,
yeah,
you
I didn't know who was home or away. I could have looked. Yes,
But-
I just.
but you wrote it down that way on the thing.
And that's why I put Chiefs at the end to clarify.
Wow.
All right, we're continuing. I'm not getting beat down by you two right now.
Yes, you
Texans,
are.
Titans.
Getting beat
I-
down
I-
is better than getting beat off.
How about that? All right, Texans, Titans. I'm going Titans.
Texans. They're gonna bounce back this week. Titans
And I
were
think
the
that
t-
Venom
Titans.
sucks.
The Titans win was a fluke. Shouldn't have happened.
You got money on this game, don't you?
Yeah, I got
Who?
money on all kinds of games. Except for
Are
it's a
you
round
adding
robin. Am I
Are
what?
You adding a, trying to find out if Venom's adding a little note or not before I continue.
Oh,
All right, there it is. There it is.
20 to 6. Uh,
I see I've created a monster. You guys gotta at least keep talking while you're doing this.
I-
All right? There's too much
Hey,
silence now.
I'm going ahead, man. I'm
You still need to talk.
Do we? Yeah, but,
And Weymouth is saying 17-10. Texans. All right, I'm not throwing one in. I could care less on that one. 49ers, Cardinals. All right, we're all going Niners.
Yep. Nobody's giving the Cardinals chance. Not even the Vegas.
Venom is saying 24-13 for the Niners.
That's right, baby.
I'm gonna go through that later and add all that.
Washington, Rams. Surprisingly, we all went Rams.
Why?
I kind of thought I really thought one of you was gonna go.
No. Why?
No, fuck the Cardinals.
I honestly, because it's the fuck all game. Cowboys, Bills. I
Bills are gonna
honestly
win
go Cowboys.
14-6.
No, Cowboys are gonna win.
Nope.
I'll
Boys
throw
are wrong on
score
this
in
one.
on that.
Bills
what?
6 to 14. It's gonna be you think it's gonna be low scoring?
Yep.
I do too.
Mm. Anywho, we got the Ravens and the Jaguars, and Venom and I have picked the Ravens, and you're the only one that's
I
going
went
with the
Jags.
Jaguars.
Why did I go Jags? Because I honestly don't.
Yeah, why
I
did you go
just
Jags?
I just clicked, and honestly, I'm just curious if it will just be right.
Who cares?
Literally, it's Eagles, Seahawks. We all have the Eagles because we just know how that's gonna end. And then going into week 16, Saints Rams.
You're the only one that gave the Saints a chance. Why?
Yeah, because I don't count them out yet.
I
That's
mean,
playing wise. I'm not saying that they're gonna lose every freaking game. I don't know. I guess that one's just more hopefulness. And cause yeah, I really have no real justification for it. I just did.
okay.
Bengals Steelers. I'm the only one who went Steelers, but I do
After
think it would be
tonight's
an
game,
upset, so.
you really are gonna go with the Steelers?
Yeah.
Tonight's game and last week against the Patriots, against the Bengals.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna change my picks because someone convinced me to. It's what I picked. I'm just gonna stick with it.
I mean,
Bills
sure.
Chargers.
Why did you give the why? After,
Because this one is literally because fuck the Bills.
but
Literally, that one was just prejudice.
but why? Like, no, it's not gonna happen. Especially
So-
after this week, and they don't have a head coach anymore. They have an interim head coach.
All right, now I will let you know that when I did do this pick, I did not know that.
Yeah, but
I'm still not gonna change it because it is what I picked.
I mean,
Because I'm curious, and now it's just out of spite.
I'm not changing it.
I'm not changing it. It's what I picked. It's my fault for not looking the shit up if I'm wrong. But no, I don't know. Something tells me, and it does scare me a little bit because it might be a week of upsets.
Hey, it's only a 18-point game now between the Broncos and the Lions.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth.
And we'll end it on that note. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching Three Fools and One Brain Cell. Leave a
And
like,
if you
comment,
make it
and
to the-
subscribe.
And if you make it to the end, in the comments say, I made it. This way we know you made it to the end. And if there's anything else we could do to make the show better, please leave a comment.
I made it to the end of this 2-hour and 12-minute episode.
And if you do make it to the end, thank you. The support means a lot to us. It really does.
And don't forget to spay and neuter your pets.